So you had like 5,000 things to say like 20 minutes ago, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm. My question to you was the most important. When you told her the first time you don't play, don't hit me in the face. I try to be unbiased, so this is why I ask so many questions. I overthink. What was the setting? Did you use a playful tone? Did you
Probably.
Did you stop, pause? So I'm a parent. I don't know if you folks have children. I'm a parent. I know Mike is an uncle. You might be an uncle, granny, but your tone, how you deliver the message, is how well will be received, right? So
That's true.
let's say, and I got so much from that. You were in a playful sexual situation. She popped you. Okay, girl, that's no. Did you stop and pause? Did you make sure that the individual, you had their undivided attention and that they were fully focused when you told them this is a no? Stop, focus. When a parent is scolding a child, the best way to do it is to get down on the child's level, make eye contact, change your voice from the funny, haha, okay, little Johnny, don't do that, as opposed to the firm tone. You know what
Serious
tone.
voice.
We all know what tone our mama said. Don't do that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got on their level, you looked them in the eye, and you provided this will not be tolerated. Did the child try it again? Yes, but the second time they tried it, they thought about the tone, the voice, and the setting. What was the setting the first time you told her different from the second time you told her? Was it in a playful manner? Did your tone of voice not change? Did you... Now, somebody calls me the B word. Funny story. Females out here think it's a term of endearment.
Yeah.
B word. Hey, B, how you doing? No, I'm from a big city. We find that as a form of disrespect. Don't call me that again. Like, we was kikiing and in my face, I'm that person. You can see it, all of it. Everything immediately. So we come back there. Hey, Lisa's my B. I said, Allie, I told you once. I told you twice. She's like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I said, the next time you tell me, I'm giving you pop out on your hand. And that's exactly what you do. You pop them on a hand like I would do a child. This is a grown adult in her 20s, almost 30s. So we're out there. Miss Geneva's sitting out there. We were hanging out. And Miss Geneva said she's going to try it again. I said, I know she will. And she thinks I'm playing, but this is your consequence. I'm going to pop you in front of everybody. And she was like, what up, my bitch? And I said, what'd you say? Back at thing. She was like, did you just hit me? Yes. I told you this will not be tolerated. And to this day, she doesn't call me that because she received the consequence. The tone, the first time I told her, she understood it because she messed up the second time. The third time, it was just taught behavior. And she was so used to saying it with the cuss words and things, as you were saying, George. And she said it again. But she'll say it to everybody else, but she won't say it to me. Mm-hmm. So it was how it was delivered could have resulted in infraction number 2. And then infraction number 3 was how it was delivered on the second time.
I don't care.
Tomato. All right.
Okay. Because I feel like the toneness of me, because I'm a playful guy and I don't want to be always serious. So I feel like when I tell you something, I'm not sure if they're taking me serious, because then it's like, no, I'm serious. I'm not playing.
But how are they going to know?
That's me. That's me though. Like when I say I'm not playing, I'm not playing. I don't say I'm not playing when I'm just like, when I'm being joking. No. You say
but if you're saying I'm not playing in a playful tone, that's confusing.
Oh, yes.
I don't think it was. You know what's crazy? And I don't think my tone was a playful tone. I'm like, nah. Like, it goes from nah. Okay, let's just say that it'd be like, nah, get the F out of here. Don't try me like that again.
Does she know you well enough to know that that's not that's Mike Lewis's serious tone? Did she invest in you enough to know what?
And that's a good question, and that's a really good question. And what's made it more easier for me not to mess with the person, because they didn't invest in time to even ask me to find out what's my serious tone or not. I've been with you for 6 months. You ain't trying to put this effort in now, but you want to talk about marriage and all that other stuff serious, but you don't know me. You don't respect me. So no, get out of my face. No. At this point, it's like, no, what you want and what you listening to and what you're looking for and what you're not paying attention to. So yeah, like I said, some people get too much rope. Some people don't get enough rope. Consequences on both sides. My decision, I may have messed up on a good person by not giving them a second chance or a third chance because they came out their face. Yeah, you're right. But then at the same point in time, it's also up to me. And I can't cry over spilled milk when I make my decision. And they got their consequences. A nice little pow pow for their emotional relationship needs. Now you won't try another dude like that again, especially me. So mindfulness. Now moving forward. I did this last time. It cost me a good dude. Let me not do that again. Next person gonna be well happy and benefited because now you're gonna think twice before you come out your face. Same thing for me. Same thing for me. If I'm used to basically being an inconsiderate person and it cost me a good relationship, now I know next time I'm with somebody that's good, I need to be more considerate because I don't want to be looking on social media. Oh, she with somebody else. She done got
But
a
that's the
baby by
thing.
somebody else
Everybody is
that could
not
have
the
been
same,
mine.
though. So the things that you think are considerate, somebody else can think are inconsiderate. And that's why you need to have those conversations, not just like, for me personally, I don't believe in leaving relationships in turmoil. We need to sit down and have a come to Jesus conversation, whatever finds place of peace. And then I'm going to go. But if I'm leaving in upset and outrage and all of these big emotions, that tells me that there's some work that I need to work on.
Yep.
That's just me personally.
And you're right. You're right. You're valid. And for everybody, for just about every relationship, that was it. It was always worked in. It was like, listen, I told you, like the one person, I was like, listen, you came out your face. I told you don't do that. You've done that now. I don't like the way you're moving. So, with this being said, we're just gonna go ahead and part ties at this point. Don't know what the future may hold, but as of right now, let's go ahead and let's not do this anymore. That's it. That's it. You can take it how you want to take it. I told you, I spoke to you about it. I told you how it made me feel. I told you what's going on and how I'm feeling about it. It's just not it. It's not the season for me. It's not the season for us. Or we've met our expiration time for our season. It's about to be summer or winter,
Well,
fall. I don't know, whatever.
Fall.
Yeah, whatever. So you know what I mean. We're done.
So then in summer, a little bit more time in summer, and then we're gonna run into fall.
Yeah. So we're good. You're good. We won't do holidays together. Okay, we're good. So I mean, but and again, this is the navigating of uncomfortable toxic relationships. It's like when is a good point to cut off, and it's solely on the individual's discretion on when do you feel like enough is enough for you. What is your what is your line that you won't let anybody cross you or disrespect you? Because like you said, your friend, you checked her, and then and yet that's because they were one. You felt like they were important enough to you for you to even put forth that additional effort,
right.
and they matter to you because for whatever reason there is something about that character made you feel like they are important to you for you to continue to put in that work.
I don't agree.
They connected with you. Now, if you ain't connecting with me to the point where I feel like I need to put in that work, by all means,
No.
goodbye.
No. That wasn't just I value the person enough to let them know. It is, this is what Lisa will tolerate. And any ear who's listening,
Universally. Mm-hmm.
correct, any ear universally that's listening, this will be the only tolerance that I will allow or not allow. Because I feel like what I will allow, if my son Tyson gets disrespectful to a teacher or disrespects me in front of his teacher, that allows his teacher to be disrespectful to me. That allows any other ear or any child to be disrespectful to me.
Right.
So being a mama bear has made me very conscious of what I say and how I do things. You personally have seen me fly off the handle without a second thought, without having any thought of what the other person may be going through. This is what I told you not to do. You broke the rule, and here's your consequence. Pop out to the face. Since I've had my son, I'm a little bit more conscious of what I allow people to say and do around me. Mm-hmm. You will talk to me in this tone. In the toxic relationship that I had, I learned, somebody asked me, so what are some of the things that you like in a future partner? And I said, I officially stayed single for almost 6 years. Like, not situationship, didn't kick it with anybody. It was full focus. And the question at hand was, well, what do you want in a future relationship? And I said, I can't tell you that. I can tell you what I will not tolerate and allow in a future relationship. It took me 6 years to learn that during the time of being single. I'm not entertaining anything, anybody, nothing at all. Um, so I can tell you what I won't tolerate in a relationship faster than I can say what are some of the qualities and things that I'm looking for in a relationship.
Right.
Hmm. For some people, taking that year off and that time to yourself and for you to self evaluate, some people, they go in and they learn a case by case scenario.
I
Mm.
don't think it's healthy for someone to jump into another relationship so quickly and not have a time for healing. You're going to bring in all of the past into the future endeavor, in my personal opinion.
No, and I totally agree. I totally agree. And I totally agree. I feel like, listen, if you're gonna go from one situation to the next, then that means, are you aware? Are you okay? Because at the end of the day, we all ain't here to pay for somebody else's mistake. I ain't that person. So if
I
you try to go
understand what you're saying about needing to heal. I think having a timeline placed on it is
important.
no. I think the timeline is irrelevant because everybody heals, everybody processes differently, right? So the thing is, I could be in and I have had this experience where I've been in a relationship with somebody, but mentally, physically, emotionally, I have not been in this relationship with this person for years, right? Months, however long, right? And so on the outside, you may think, oh, well, this person is in a relationship and they haven't done the work. But the reality is that I've been processing, I've been mourning, I've been doing whatever healing for the last however long. You just haven't seen it. And so the thing to understand is that time is irrelevant. It's what you're doing with those things, right? Because if you're getting out of this relationship, and we talked about this before, Mike, and you can't go back and say, these are the things that I learned, these are the things that I'm going to do differently, this is whatever, how I'm going to move forward, and you jumping into another relationship, then yeah, you got some work to do. But if you're getting out of a relationship today and you can say all those things, and tomorrow you meet the man or woman of your dreams, no, I don't think you need to wait X amount of time if you've done legitimately done the work, because everybody is different. Like I said, everybody processes different, everybody processes at different rates, different whatevers. um that's just my opinion.
And a valid good one, because I am the former. Yeah. Because I don't, yeah, like she said, people call me a serial dater. I'm like, no, it's just that, cool. On to the next one. I don't bring anything over from the last person. The only thing I'm bringing is that what I will not, like you said, well, I will not tolerate, what I won't. So this last person I was with taught me what I don't want and what I will not tolerate.
Right.
On to the next. Hey, how you doing? I'm Mike. So before we go any further, this is what I will not tolerate. This is what I'm looking for. What's up?
But then the thing with that to also consider is, am I swinging from person to person because I don't feel comfortable being alone? Because then that's a whole nother level of work.
And that ain't another level of work. And then it's just like, do I feel like I like to be alone? I mean, like, I want you there, but I don't necessarily need you. But I like you enough to be there. And I enjoy your company. I enjoy your presence. Do I like being by myself all the time? No. Can I be? Yeah. That's okay. Okay.
With that being said, we are over time. It's a fantastic conversation.
Yes, it
Thank you,
is.
Lisa, for chiming in and chatting with us. We appreciate your perspective. Before we go, any last minute thoughts or things that we want to put on the table for discussion for the people in the comments and everywhere else about navigating unhealthy relationships?
I would say the relationship aspects are not only for male and female romantic, but then also take the consideration to think about the relationship you have with family as well. Because those things are often the
That's
ones
a
that
whole
we
nother
often,
conversation. Yep.
yeah, we avoid it. Like, we didn't really touch bases on that because we all got family members that we don't talk to, or it's like you got them and then you just don't really do business with them like that, or you don't really. It's like out of sight, out of mind, because it's funny duddy. But yeah, it's also knowing when to basically address those situations with those family members, the toxic people, the that are considered to be blood. We ain't touch bases on it, but yet they do play a role in messing with your mental and emotional being as well. So be mindful and strong enough to know when to distance yourself from people, and it's okay if they're gonna be in their feelings about it. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
I say know your worth and don't be afraid to articulate what you want. Clear, concise, and to the point
All day.
will indicate you value oneself and you value the other's time and them. So to avoid from wasting anybody's time.
Yes.
Up forward, straight to the point, clear and concise. Is this what you want? This is what I want. Move forward that way. That's the only way, in my personal opinion.
Know yourself is everything. Know yourself and love yourself, and everything else will fall into place. Yes.
Agreed.
Thank you
so much for having me. Greatly appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Lisa, for joining us. That brings us to the end of today's episode. Remember, as always, our goal is not to dictate conclusions, but to encourage self-reflection and open, honest dialogue, helping us to better the world around us. But most importantly, that being said, we hope to see you on the next episode of Beyond the Sum of Our Parts. Until next time, bye.
Bye.